Good morning, everybody. It's Leonie here from LKH Living Well. Good afternoon if it's afternoon when you're watching this. I thought I'd share with you today a really easy cleaning spray recipe. Now, I'm very much into reusing, repurposing, no waste as best I can. I think a lot of us are these days. I'm also into low tox living, because my aim is to age, well, maybe not gracefully, but disgracefully, and also to age well. So I've spent the last few years trying to reduce and, as best I can, almost eliminate the toxins in my life. There are some things we can't eliminate, of course. We can't do much about the paint on our walls or the carpets on our floors or the furnishings that we sit on. They all contain things that probably aren't too great to have around your house, but what do? So I figure if I can minimize as much as I can that I can control, then my life and my health is going to be a lot better. So that's what I've been doing, and I love to share with other people, because I think the healthier we are, the less of a burden we are on others and the health system and the environment. So that's pretty much what drives me a lot these days. And to that end, one of my very favorite books is Naturally Inspired. This is a book by the beautiful Chrissy Ballinger, who lives in WA and has spent years researching the ingredients in a lot of the cleaning and body and cosmetic and you name it products that we use every day, and finding out just what's in them. And if you haven't done your own research, then I have to say that you would be shocked, dismayed and angry at some of the things that we expose ourselves to, and our children, our families and everybody else, and the environment too, that are in our everyday cleaning, body, cosmetics, etc. products that I mentioned. And I, for one, have gotten rid of all my toxic, chemical, horrible concoction cleaning products. The cleaning aisle is one I no longer walk down in a supermarket. And you know, in a supermarket these days, it's pretty much which aisle I do go down, not which ones I avoid, because most of them I don't have to go down, because with books like this and recipes like the ones that Chrissy's put together, I don't have to go and buy toxic chemicals. I can just make my own. So that's what I'm going to show you today, is one of Chrissy's fabulous recipes, and it's from Naturally Inspired, and it's a citrus vinegar cleaning spray. How easy does that sound, huh? How easy does that sound? And it is. So what I'm going to show you is, here's one I prepared earlier, and I have these going all the time. So see this lovely little number here? Yes, it's a repurposed Moccona coffee jar, and I don't drink coffee anymore. I think someone repurposed that and gave it to me. And it's full of citrus peels. So there's a mix in there of, it's mostly lemon, but there's some lime in there as well, and there could be some orange and mandarin, because citrus oils are really great for cleaning. They just cut through oil and it's strange really to say, but oils can cut through oils. And I remember years ago, I may at times be a little bit, you know, and I got super glue. I'm very bad around super glue. Those who know me know, super glue, not good, not good. And I got super glue on my hands, and of course they were like sticking together, and I finally pulled them apart, and I thought, oh, I'll just get a tissue and wipe it off. Well, that was really brilliant, wasn't it? Like really brilliant. So then I had super glue with little bits of fluff all over it and paper, and it's like, really? Why did you do that? So I went down to the maintenance area where I worked, and I thought there's got to be some kind of, like, dare I say it now, solvent or something that I can use to get this off. And the guys all went, oh, geez, lovely, I don't know what you're going to use for that. So I just kept rubbing it and trying to get the fluffy bits of tissue off. And sometime later, not long later, I peeled a mandarin to eat. And as I was peeling it, of course, I was getting the oils and the mandarin skin on my fingers. And I noticed that the super glue was just coming off. So I got the mandarin skins and really massaged it into my fingers. No more super glue. That was my first aha moment around the use of citrus oils to actually get sticky residue and stuff like that off. And I thought there's something to this. And you will find too that you can buy, of course, citrus orange cleaner and things like that. And if it does contain real citrus oils, that's great. I'm sure if you look at the chemicals that are also in it, they might not be so great. I won't put my hand on my heart and swear to that, but I'm having looked at a lot of the ingredients in a lot of cleaning products, I have to say that there's an awful lot that are really bad for your respiratory system. They can be bad for your skin. A lot of the foaming hand washes that you buy in supermarkets and chemists and the everyday brands, the trusted brands that we've had all our lives. I know I looked up very trusted brand, and I was doing some prep for a workshop for making cleaning products, and I looked up the ingredients of a very famous brand, everyday brand that I've always used for years, and the first 5 ingredients were known to cause dermatitis. And I thought, well, why am I washing hands in something that causes dermatitis? I have enough trouble with skin issues. I don't really need to exacerbate it with something I'm washing my hands with all the time. So that's the kind of stuff you'll find once you begin a journey of living a life less toxic. So back to my citrus stuff. Now you see there's this really gorgeous orangey coloured liquid in there. That is vinegar. So all I did was I got my bottle or jar, I shoved my citrus peels in it, and I put vinegar in it. Now I am advertising this brand because I know this brand is real vinegar. I have learnt through Chrissy that not all vinegars are vinegar. Sounds weird, I know. But a lot of the, dare I say it, no-name or brands that are supermarket brands may not be real vinegar. And vinegar comes from the fermentation of basically fruit, usually apples or grapes, most commonly grapes. And that's what creates vinegar. If you leave fruit in liquid too long, it will start to ferment. Apple cider vinegar, I've made my own. Really easy, you know, apples, bit of sugar, you do need some starter culture. So buy an apple cider vinegar with the mother in it, which is the bacteria that grows to make the vinegar. That's natural. Shove it in a jar, top it up with filtered water, and in a few weeks you'll have your own apple cider vinegar. Easy peasy, let me say. But this is real vinegar. As I said, some of the other ones are made as a biochemical of petroleum, and let's face it, we don't need any more petroleum in our air and on our products, in our skin, do we? So I use Cornwall's vinegar, and all you do is top it up with your vinegar. You don't need ACV, apple cider vinegar, you just need white vinegar, and leave it. Just leave it for, you can keep adding your peels to it and squishing them down. You can see mine are fairly squished down there. Just keep piling them in, and then just leave it for a few weeks, and it will gradually leach all the oils out of the skins, and you can then strain that off and make your own cleaning spray. It's fantastic because you've got the citrus oils plus the vinegar. We know vinegar is great for cleaning. So you put the two together and you've got this powerhouse punch of cleaner. Now this is actually my second jar of this. I used this up to make this particular jar of citrus, I know that's reversed, but it says citrus vinegar spray. So I made that bottle, and that's the one I keep in my bathroom to clean all my bathroom. Smells amazing. And I then just topped that up again with some more vinegar, and I've gotten 2 batches out of that pile. But I actually do also have, this is because that jar was full, I know I'm clanking around here, I've got another great big jar of it as well. You can see that's a fresh jar, and it's really looking pretty awesome. That's probably been macerating for, I don't know, 2 or 3, 4 weeks. Like I said, I just keep adding more and more stuff to it. It's got some mandarin and it's got everything in there. It's all citrusy, and I just keep cramming it in, pushing it down. As you're doing that, you're also sort of like squeezing the oils out. So I'm going to fill up my jar here, because my bottle, I should say, that's nearly empty. And I'm also going to make myself a little spray bottle. It's a little 4-ounce one, which is 125 mils. I'm going to take that to work because I've just started working in a job part-time, and it's a desk job. And during the day, because we're in, you know, these interesting times where people are frantically cleaning everything inside, we do have a cleaner comes around every day or two and cleans what she can of the desk that I sit at, because while I'm working, when I'm gone, they don't come when you're gone, they do it during the day as well. I presume they do it after hours. But when you've lived a life less toxic for a while, you find that commercial cleaners really smell horrible. They just smell so toxic and fake. The perfume is just revolting to me now. And after she's, you know, often it's when I've ducked off to the loo or I've gone to make a cuppa, I come back and she's mad at cleaning my desk, and I think, oh man, there's all that stuff on it now. And interestingly, I have broken out skin rash wise since I've been working in this place. Part of it could be that, but most of it's using, I did make the mistake of using their hand wash. I know, when will you learn? So I've been using their, it's really cute, really nice foaming hand wash little dispensary thing, and it was easy. And I'm working with files all day and they're dusty and dirty, so you know you are washing your hands a lot. Guess what? Broke out big time, bad. So I've now taken my own soap in, just a soap bar in a container that I take whenever I go and wash my hands, and my hands have been improving since then. So it's definitely the hand wash. But I'm also a bit dodgy on, you know, just other parts of my skin touching the desk where this spray has been. So I'm going to take my own in, and if I see her coming, I'm going to say, look, do you mind using my spray to clean? She could refuse because it might leave her feeling liable in some way, but I'll just say, look, don't, I'll clean it myself. So all I'm going to do is try not to make a mess here. And I'm going to try and angle this down a bit so hopefully you can see I've got just a jug and a strainer, because I'm, you know, quite prone to making a mess. And I'm just going to strain that. I should be able to pull most of it out without getting too much coming out of the jar, hopefully. If I can use that as a bit of a blocker. So I've gotten just about all of that out, and I'll fix the rest up later if there's any left. I'm thinking I might actually put this lot of vinegar, or this lot of peel now, into the recycle bin, because it's done 2 lots of vinegar, and I suspect it's kind of, although if you look at the colour, it's pretty good. I might give it a bit more of a go. I'm just not sure. So I've strained that off, and you can see there's hardly any fruit, as it were, in there. And I'm just going to give that a bit of a dab and pop that over on my sink here. And I'm going to, first of all, I'll fill up this little bottle here. So all I've got to do is just pop that in there, because I do have my other big jar, but this is the more important one for now. Try not to get it too full. That's pretty close to the top. I think you can see that in there. And I'll just put the rest into my other bottle. So I'll top this up, and if there's any left, it's going to go back into another big jar. So you can see that I've had a couple of jars of this going. Oh, where am I up to with that? Still a bit to go. I've had a couple of jars of it going, and I don't use a hell of a lot of citrus, but lemons and a lot of the citrus oils, citrus fruits are now in the shops. they're in season. This is a big, this is a, I think it's a 460 ml bottle. So it is, you know, there's not a lot left in there now. So that's going back on there, like so. And that's ready to go back in my bathroom. And this one here, now this is a new bottle I've got, and it comes with a spray gun. And I like these ones because they've actually got, you can just see here, I don't know if you can see it. See there's a little knob on the side here? So you can actually press that to lock it so it doesn't spray. Oh, sorry, I did the wrong way. So you can lock it so it doesn't spray, so you can transport it. I actually carry one of these with me when I travel so I can clean hotel rooms down before I actually use any of the things in there. And yes, I know people do clean hotel rooms, but one can never be too sure. And I'm not a germaphobe, but I am a toxic phobe. So there, I just undone it, and now I can use the trigger. So easily transportable. This is glass. I prefer glass because some plastic isn't suitable for use with, you see my beautiful face again. Some plastics aren't suitable for use with citrus oils particularly, but essential oils. This hasn't got essential oils in it, but it has got citrus oil, and citrus oils particularly are beneficial for removing petrochemicals from your body. And what is plastic made of? Petrochemicals. So a lot of plastics, if you put your citrus oils into them, it will start to corrode it because it's actually eliminating the petrochemicals. And I learned that to my cost with a water bottle, a plastic water bottle thing that I had. So now I use glass water bottles. I use glass spray things. There are some plastics that are okay to use with essential oils. And if you're interested, I can let you know which ones are. But for me, glass is better. It's easy to clean. You know it's not going to degrade in any way. It's not going to leach crappy stuff into your system or into your environment. So glass for me. And I realize this is plastic, but it's okay to use because I've used these before. Now that's how it comes. But you can see if I've got the lid onto here, that's a really long piece of plastic. Now I don't mind the bit down here being a little bit longer. What you want when you're doing this with any spray thing, you'll usually find the plastic sucker-upper a bit is longer than the bottle. You want it to actually curl around the bottom of the bottle or get to the bottom of the bottle, and maybe a little bit more, because when you're getting to the end of your bottle, you want it still to suck up what's left. So I generally cut mine down to about, with this one it'll be about, about 3 centimeters from the end. And that will then just curl nicely around the bottom of my jar. So I'm just going to cut it off about here. Went on the floor, I think. Okay, and you just have to push it down, screw it together, screw it on, and there it is. So, what did that cost me? Well, kind of the cost of vinegar, because I've used a repurposed jar. I mean, I've got a jar that I actually got for nothing, or if I had coffee in it, I bought it for the coffee. It's cost me that bottle, which I think's around $2.50 for that glass bottle, which I can reuse and reuse and reuse. So cost-wise, that's negligible. It cost me the vinegar that I originally put into the jar. The fruit I was eating anyway, and normally I'd throw the peel out. So essentially, it's cost me, for the amount of vinegar in there and the glass spray bottle for that, maybe $3. Now, I know you can get a plastic spray bottle of your favourite supermarket brand that's full of the toxic chemicals for probably around that, if not a bit less. But, you know, if you reuse it, like if you buy a refill for it, you're throwing the original bottle out. More environmental waste, more plastic crap in the environment. If I take the cost of that off, It's probably cost me around 50 cents, $1 to make, not even $1, 50 cents to make, well, not even that to make this jar. To make that, maybe 50 cents. How economical is that? And you know what? I can just keep refilling. So now, if I did 2 lots out of that, so my cost ratio has gone down on that, and I can use all of this stuff again. So I'm going to actually, because I'm finding I've got another jar I started the other day. Here's one that I've been preparing. You can see I've repurposed a jar there. Didn't even bother to take the label off that one. And I bought myself the other day, to make it easier for me to get it out, I bought myself this the other day, and it's got a screw top lid, which I've misplaced here. So it's got a lid that goes on, and I'm going to pack that through full of the citrus and the vinegar. I'm going to keep adding to it, and it's got a nice little tap. So now I can just pour off the vinegar. I don't have to muck around with my, strainer and all that kind of stuff. I can just keep adding the citrus to it, pour off the vinegar, and at some stage I'll probably recycle the whole lot. These peels that are going to go to compost, I'm going to take those off to Northey Street and pop them in the compost bins there. And look, don't be afraid because it's had vinegar with it, because when you get all those veggies and things that go into those compost bins, they do start to vinegarize anyway, so it's nothing unnatural to go in there. So that's it. How damn easy is this? I might say I actually got this. It's an Avanti one. I got this plus 6 mason jars, or mason style jars, without lids, but I know that I can get Ball plastic lids. So Ball brand, they make jars etc. for preserving. I've tried one of mine and the lids will fit that, so I can buy the lids separately in Big W. And I got 6 of those plus that for $20 at DFO at the airport here in Brisbane. So I think I'm pretty much winning on that, because the ones I was looking at Kmart and Target were probably a little bit less than $20, but I didn't get all the jars. I'm going to have fun filling those jars up with some interesting things. So could be some Christmas gifts coming with some of those. Anyway, I could now, if I wanted to, I should have mentioned this, I could now, if I wanted to, with this, for an extra boost, I could add in some On Guard Protective Blend drops, and that would, it's not necessary because this actually has wild orange in it, but it also has cinnamon and clove and a few other wonderful oils that escape me right now. Gosh, I can't even read. Eucalyptus, rosemary. Yep. So eucalyptus and rosemary. Look, both of those are actually, they're all excellent for cleaning. They smell amazing. They really have their own inbuilt, clove particularly, antiseptic, antibacterial properties. Clove is the one you want to kill mold because it's the only thing that does. Bleach just makes it go white. Clove will actually kill it. So I'm going to actually add a few drops of this into the one that I'm taking to work. I might just rest that. Can you see that? No, you can't. Okay, I'm just going to add about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to add 10 drops of my On Guard oil to that, because that's just going to give it a bit of a shake and a swirl around. That's going to boost up the antiseptic, antibacterial properties. And I actually do share my desk the day I'm not at work, which is Fridays. I share the desk is used by another lady who works part-time as well. And so I just like to clean it all down. It's not that I don't trust anyone, but at this time I can't afford to get sick. And I'm sure she would appreciate the gesture as well. So I'm going to make it available for anyone who wants to use it at work. So that's it. How easy was that to make your own citrus cleaning spray? And it smells amazing. As I said, it's great in the bathroom. Great for stovetops because the vinegar and the citrus oil will really cut through any grease that's left behind on your stove and really shine it up beautifully. So why not, instead of throwing them away, stuff them in a jar, top it up with vinegar, let it sit there for a week or two, and then drain off the result. And then just keep adding more citrus to it, top it up with vinegar again. It's the gift that keeps on giving, people. So that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed that little educational how-to. And I'll tune in with some more later. Bye-bye.